Hello everybody and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon, and I'm back today with a full cast and crew of City of Mist, a Larkspur sequence for yet another episode. So, let's go round, let's figure out who we are and who we're playing, and let's start with our MC for tonight, Metamancer. How you doing, Meta?
Hello, I'm doing well. Nice to be back another week. And yeah, you guys can find me on my Twitch and my Twitter. And I run the Larkspur sequence and many other tabletop games that I'm in. So it's great to come back. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Because things are very insane right now. So the looming darkness, so to speak. It's very intriguing.
I can't wait. Having missed last week's episode, I've got a lot of catching up to do, so I'm excited to see just how badly it went without me last week. Great stuff. We also have Anna with us tonight. Anna, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing wonderful. I'm going to be playing Lena Ridley. She is kind of a suspect, but not really anymore, I hope. And she's being stalked by something that I don't even know. So... feels stalked, man.
Absolutely.
Also, I missed, or you missed my awesome intro yesterday. Not yesterday, last week. So
really? I have to go back and watch.
Yeah, I'm the new D&D anime sex icon, which is so bad.
Wow. That is quite the confession, isn't it, Anna? Amazing. We also have Tommy with us today. Tommy, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty great. Will, she definitely stole your throne while you were away. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm excited.
D&D sex icon. You know, it's Highlander.
I'm excited to get back into this. Shu feels very out of his depth here. This is nothing he's used to doing. I play Shu, who is the super awesome, super extra K-pop boy of the group.
Absolutely. We also have Mr. Sheepdog with us today. Sheepdog, how you doing, my friend?
Hello, I'm Sheepdog. I play Jack Fantastic, who is a celebrity stunt double, and yeah, he's been cracking a little bit recently. So yeah, he's been forcefully what's the word, like having intoxication against his will and all that kind of thing. And at the end of last time, I think we saw something from his past, maybe, or something. So yeah,
interesting. We also have Scraticus with us today. Scrat, how you doing, my friend?
Oh, I am very well, Will, thank you. Today I am playing Dr. Hezekiah Shaw, who is very much enjoying the things that are going on in his new powers. It's all going quite well, he thinks. Things seem to be on the up. Yeah, it's all going really well.
I trust none of that.
If that gives you a summary of last week at all.
Now I'm twice as worried. Yeah. Amazing stuff. Well, as myself, I'll be playing Russell Gibbs, who is the cop of our party. Not sure what he's been up to since last week, but he's just trying to catch a killer. He's trying to bring bad guys to justice, and he certainly doesn't trust this Rosenberg fellow, who is the suspected villain that I met last time I was playing. So he's certainly pretty stuck on that one. But before we get started today, I'll remind you guys of a couple of things. First of all, we're playing City of Mist, and we're sponsored by City of Mist. So go over to their website, cityofmist.co, and check out their latest deals and offers on City of Mist. Definitely check out the core book, starter set, playbooks, theme books, maps, images. I'll show you guys these throughout the stream. There'll be a couple of banners up in a little bit, running on rotation, so you guys will be able to see some of those beautiful artwork from the City of Mist. So definitely do check it out if you want to play your own noir role-playing games, such as this. Also, you guys, of course, know that we're sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice. So we're playing City of Mist on today. Check out fantasygrounds.com to play your own tabletop role-playing games, and of course whalinggames.co.uk for all of your miniature needs for up to 20% off the retail price. If you want D&D books, D&D minis, go over to them. Also, you guys can interact with today's show. If you haven't followed the show yet, hit the follow button and join us. When we hit 20 followers today, you guys get to decide what happens next in our campaign in a viewer decision. And with how weird the City of Mist can get, those might just be pretty fun. Also, you can retweet this tweet here, and when we hit 20 retweets, you guys will get another viewer decision. So be sure to check that out. And last but not least, you can donate to affect the game as well by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, or bottled water if you'll win for us. So there's that, but I will hand over to Metamancer to remind us and to tell me what happened last week on the show, just how badly things went, and to take us into this episode of the Larkspur sequence.
All right, awesome. Okay, so last episode, our crew spent a lot of time asking questions and unfortunately not getting very far. However, at the beginning of our last episode, Dr. Shaw had met the individual who had tried to essentially kidnap him. He was taken to a strange warehouse by two of the thugs of this group, and he met what we would consider the kingpin of crime in the city. And his name was Anatoly. Anatoly expressed that he wished that Dr. Shaw would provide information on the ongoing investigation in exchange for substantial amounts of financial freedom as well as his own safety. And so Shaw, feeling like maybe he didn't have a choice in this agreement, made a deal with Anatoly and went back on his way. Meanwhile, we had Jack and Shiyu, who decided it would be a good idea to return back to the tavern from the club that evening. And so they kind of made their way through and kind of reverse responsibilities, where Jack attempted to go talk to Valanis, the woman that Shiyu had previously kind of questioned, while Shiyu attempted to talk to David Brown, the researcher, both of them falling relatively short of their goals. And so as Jack was leaving, he had a strange moment where he found himself back in time in a different body or another person altogether, as a lurking and looming darkness and growling kind of came up behind him, with claws emerging from this darkness and reaching towards him. And that's where we kind of ended last episode. And that's actually where we're going to pick things up. So, Jack, you know and feel that you are not yourself, but you have this figure in front of you. And when it kind of emerges from this darkness, as the light starts to cascade over the face, or what isn't really a face, you see a hulking figure that looks very demonic in appearance, and the claws reach for you as the moment kind of starts to dissipate and you return back to yourself in the current world and the current time. So I don't know if you want to show any particular ideas or thoughts that Jack might have from this particular experience, but I'll leave that to you. You can montage if you want, or you can kind of explore the general feeling and narrative that you get from it.
So I'm assuming that that was a very like it was a like you know, it wasn't like anything, I guess, easygoing. Like it was something aggressive and like looking to kill or something like that.
Yeah, you definitely felt like your life was in danger.
Okay. And there's no real indication of what it was, or like aside from, I guess, demonic.
Yeah, from like pop culture kind of thing. It was definitely more horrific of a demon than any Hollywood movie. But it was definitely very much like, think probably Constantine type demon,
Okay.
but more scary.
Well, we're currently at Lena's coffee shop, right?
Wait,
I think that's where we ended.
Were we?
things. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he had that weird vision or something.
Right. Okay. Then yes.
So I imagine, like, while this is happening, Jack's just kind of sitting. Is there like do we have couches or chairs and tables? Like, what's this?
Yeah, so the part that we're sitting at, it's like the, I guess, loungier side. So there are long sofas, couches, and like single big couches thing. Yes, it's nice.
Okay.
A nice little coffee table in the middle. They're yellow, by the way. Cheers.
So Jack's probably sitting like on the sofa. He probably looks very stressed and like kind of a glazed look on his face and kind of like clenching his hands, white knuckles, while the kind of vision thing is going on. And then when he comes back, he's probably like sweating and breathing quite heavily and very like very kind of out of it. And he's not. I don't think he's gonna say anything. He's just gonna kind of, depending on whether anyone notices this, he's just gonna kind of keep his thoughts to himself and be like, "How was that?"
Yeah, I go over to him and hand him his super healthy smoothie. I think at this point she should just name it the Jack.
Actually,
like kale and coffee.
Do you just have regular coffee, black coffee, maybe?
Something's wrong with
Regular
it.
coffee?
Jack, are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Has anyone else had like horrifying visions of monsters at all?
Have you been watching too many scary movies again?
No.
Did you drink a little bit too much last night? Party a little bit too hard? You didn't take any drugs, did you? I mean, besides the normal amount.
Well, I didn't take any. I didn't drink anything. I didn't take anything. You know, I got pretty buzzed just from hanging there. But when I left, everything went back to normal. No, I know that was bizarre.
I wonder if it could be a side effect of your strange healing capabilities. I could perform some experiments and see how you fare.
Dude, like what? And how likely are you to be able to make sure that never happens again with the vision and the weird?
I do not specialize in visions as such, but I could certainly perhaps try different depths of cut, measure the time it takes to heal. Perhaps we could track how your dreams are the more you heal. Maybe there could be a strong correlation of negative results, in which case I could recommend you don't hurt yourself.
I mean, I would recommend that anyway. Just in general in life, you know.
Lena, can I get that coffee, please? Like.
Yeah, Lena leaves and comes back with a coffee. Just like a plain dark coffee, the best one we have.
Thank you. I'll tell you
so
what.
what was okay?
How about if if this happens again and keeps happening, maybe I'll let you experiment on me a tiny bit, but no cutting off of like hands or fingers, or no crushing either. Nothing too extreme.
I would be most interested, Jack.
I know. Yes, you said that before. Maybe. We'll see.
Dr. Shaw, what do you specialize in?
Oh, you know, surgeries of several kinds. I know a little of the mind. I recognize the lack of serotonin in the club the other night, and then the excess of it when we hit midnight. I mainly work on thoracic surgery, so the chest, the heart, the lungs.
Interesting. Lena's kind of creeped out because she doesn't like anything to do with hospitals. But she just nods, like, politely.
I can show you around the surgery sometime if you would like.
It's okay. I was just wondering. I'm sure it looks just like any other hospital.
By
so,
the way,
Jack. Yes.
Yes.
What was her vision about anyway? Besides the monster, of course.
It was a giant, smoky, horrific monster that charged at me and then I assume killed me, maybe.
So did you not die in it, or?
Maybe?
It's
one of those things that when it's happening, it's very hard to rationally analyze what's happening because you're getting charged out by a giant monster that's killing you.
What did the monster exactly look like?
It was big and scary, and teeth and horns and smoke and rage and anger. Tell you what, next time you can have the vision and you can see what it looks like.
Okay. Sure. I don't know if we can control this thing. It certainly might be tied to that old man you turned into.
Yes, it could be. Tell me, does it bring back any...
considered that possibility.
Does it bring back any memories when you were there? Perhaps memories of you when you were a child or a teenager? Perhaps a toy or something you had when you were young?
No, I don't believe I ever had a giant, fangy, smoky demon toy when I was a kid.
Oh, but the mind can be so easily twisted. It could have just been a cuddly dinosaur and a father with a smoking habit.
I think
Perhaps.
some minds can be very twisted, definitely. Not too sure.
Yes. Best to stay healthy.
Let's not talk. If none of you have had this thing with this kind of vision with the demon thing, the monster, let's not talk about it for now.
Have any of you been able to get a hold of Gibbs? I've been, I tried calling him yesterday.
Him.
And, I sent him a message on.
Is he with work?
Hang on, I will send him a page.
Oh, God, no, I don't think that's gonna actually work. Oh, this physically hurts me every time you bring out this thing.
I already texted him.
I've honestly never seen a pager before. Is that how pages work?
Also, Lena has a wild magic surge and a boss monster to help the party and thinks that Lena's fucking A.
Wow.
Thank you, Isabella.
All right.
Okay. Do the magic surges.
All right. Is it slash die, right?
Yeah, slash die.
Die.
30. Okay,
Sorry, what was
Reaper. 39:27.
39:27.
Yeah.
So Lena, let's see. Come on, there we go. 39:27. When you are reduced to 1 hit point, you age 2d10 years.
Wait, if what?
If you are reduced to 1 hit point,
Oh.
your age increases by 2d10 years.
So the way this would work in the City of Mist is, since we don't track HP, it's if you incur a damage status of 5, which would at 6 you die. So if you hit 5 negative status, that would be when this happens.
Okay. Yay.
Sounds like some Aiden wild magic searches right there.
Yeah, he's on to me now, so GG.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Much
I guess we all send messages to Gibbs. Gibbs gets like 4 text messages in a
Yeah,
page.
what we're gonna do is actually
somewhere in existence.
give Gibbs a chance to do a montage. Assuming that you were basically working most of the evening, which is why you didn't respond to them yesterday, aka last episode, and then into the morning, you got information from your informants, Robin and Robin, about Rolf Weber, who was the person that you guys have been looking for, saying that he had stopped by the tavern earlier the day before, and they sent you a picture of him at the time. They're like, this is what he looked like yesterday, which is a little strange, again, nodding at like, does he look different every day? And it's like one of those very discreet, like under the arm kinds of pictures. So it's not great, but you could maybe run it through like the database to see if you get any hits off of it.
Definitely.
Or whatever you want to do with it, really.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Run that through and see if anything turns up.
Cool. So that'll take a little bit. If you want to do anything else during your montage, you can pick between, if you want to do like working the case in this particular instance, or if you want to give attention to your logos, which in this case would be being a detective.
I think it is working the case because he's got into that sort of work mode. He's kind of a little bit too fascinated by the case now. He's
Fair enough.
not only been ignoring the texts of the party members, but also probably ignoring the texts of his wife. So he's like super on the case, running behind everything.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what you'll get is 3 clues with any method source based on the description that you have of what you're doing specifically for the case. I'll give you the answer to the image search as a separate thing. Like that's just part of what you get. So if you want to get 3 clues, you can spend them now, or you can save them for later.
Damn. I think I'll save him because Will isn't 100% up to speed, so, and I think Russell probably isn't either. So he's going to want to speak to the party before he figures out what he wants to know, what he's going to question first of all.
Okay, sounds good. So the results of your search gives you a Rolf Weber, like you get his actual name that you were given before. He's given you're given an address in the blue collar district, which is like kind of the medium income area. It's not like bad neighborhood or anything like that. And it shows his occupation as a pawnbroker.
Okay. Eventually I'll get back to the team in the group chat and just be like, where are you guys?
Oh, you get a response that they're at the cafe? Lena's cafe?
Yep.
She responds real fast, like instantly.
Yeah. I'll be right there. And Russell will head out immediately to rendezvous with the party at the at Lena's Cafe, which is like the Misty Cafe.
Just the mist, yeah.
Mist. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is an important question, Gibbs. Do you spell out B right there, or do you use BRT?
Oh yeah, no, totally be right there. So,
Sincerely, Russell Gibbs.
Yours. Kind regards. Yeah. You know, like you get the like the auto responses on like Gmail. So like someone sends you an email, you could be like, "Great, thanks" or whatever. He ignores those and writes it out himself. Because that's how his technology is. So yeah, I'll bowl up and say, "Hey guys, sorry I got a little caught up there. Well, what have you guys found? What's been going on?"
Not much. Yourself?
I found Rolf. You know, that guy who can tell us more.
Well, you've
Sure,
had
at
more
least.
luck than we have, then, apparently.
What do you guys get up to?
Don't tell him.
Oh, now I really need to know.
No, you would definitely be like, yeah, no, we haven't, not much. Like, I mean, we went back to the club last night hoping we could find Rolf, but didn't have much luck there. Yeah. Shaw? Lena? Anything?
Nope.
Not in particular. Just caught up on the surgery work. Old
I
women.
got a chance
chest
to catch up with my real life. You know? My IRL.
Sure.
Yes.
Whatever you say. All right then. Well, we're gonna go meet this Rolf guy, I guess, right?
That sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds better than our plan. So,
One moment. And sure, we'll just check his paper.
Let me ask you about that, Gibbs. Now,
Okay.
now the Rosenberg guy definitely seemed a little suspicious, right?
Oh yeah, no, he's our guy for sure. Or at least he knows who the guy is.
So I mean, like, and he definitely definitely knows some more. How would you feel if we were to gather some information from his location, or not without his express consent?
You'd need a warrant for something like that. I don't know how you guys are thinking about getting that. I mean, unless you were going to break the law, which obviously you wouldn't be fucking stupid enough to do.
No,
right?
no, not of course. Of course not.
No, of course, because I'm a police officer. I would have to report something like that. We got to do this above board, right?
100%. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you guys weren't getting any
100% agree.
stupid ideas while I was away doing actual police work.
told you.
Pretty warms my soul. We're all on the same page. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right.
All on the same page.
Nothing illegal happened. Everything above board.
Good. That's
Why are you
important to
laughing?
Me.
I find that
because
suspicious. No,
find it
not you. She,
Oh,
you.
This is not you. This is Tommy. She was almost laughing, but he's keeping a straight face for the most part. Yeah.
I give you guys like squinty eyes, like, suspicious.
Definitely did not consider it at all.
Good. Glad to hear
What
that.
about you, Gibbs? On your little mission at work, did you discover any more about your concerns with the police force?
Well, I wanted to speak more with Rolf first before I did any poking around. Figure someone like him is probably gonna know any other contacts in the police that we can't trust. but I just kept everything to myself. Haven't spoken to anyone about it. So, as far as the superiors know, and the commissioner, I'm just working on a case of my own. For now, at least. Unless someone's watching us, which seems likely at this point.
At least that gives you a little breathing room.
Yeah. Here's the thing as well.
Gibbs.
I mean, about the legal stuff. If it turns out we can't trust anyone in the force, then maybe we'd be pushed into doing something like that. But up until the point that we can be certain about that, we have to do everything above board.
Yeah. I mean, and if we're pushed to it, we can have what's the word, reasonable cause for entering, such as someone's been hurt, or we think someone else is breaking in.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, there's by the way, Gibbs, I got this so you mentioned that we're probably being watched. I definitely think so. I got this letter slipped under my home, or sorry, under my door at home.
Shit.
And it says leave it alone. And I can only think that it pertains to this case. Someone doesn't want us investigating.
Anyone else get a letter like this? Or anything of the sort?
Not a thing.
Okay.
Well,
they're probably preying on the weakest.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to disagree with you.
I look towards Lena because I gave her the police detail. I said, any trouble at your place recently? Has the officer on duty been helpful?
He has. I haven't seen anything. He hasn't told me anything.
Well, that's
Pretty
good.
uneventful couple days.
Gee, I can probably try and call in another favor, see if I can't get someone to watch your door if you want.
No, I think I'm good. It just seemed like a warning for now.
Well, yeah, that's how it starts, and then they start sending fingers, and then it's your fingers.
I mean, that's I'm good. If you want to put someone on, that's fine. I'm cool either way.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Let me know if anything else weird happens. Make sure to lock your door and your windows and all that stuff.
Will
do. She was definitely the type to not lock his windows normally.
Remember, if you do need a place to stay, I'll make sure you're looking after your personal health as well.
Yep, don't worry. I'll let you know if I want to take you up on that offer, Dr. Shaw. Thanks again for offering.
Always available.
Yep, 100%. So, let's go check out this Rolf guy. Hopefully he knows something.
Yeah, he's got to know something. And hopefully he's not friends with Rosenberg. Hopefully he doesn't owe him any money. No one took out any loans while I was away, right? To that guy?
Not that I know of.
No.
No, not
Doctor?
at all. Just gradually paying off my debts.
Mm-hmm. All right. So,
Sketchy.
to Rolf.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay.
So are you going to Ralph's pawn shop or his apartment?
Probably the pawn shop, because I imagine someone like Rolf wouldn't want us just going to his apartment. So try and show him a little bit of respect and head off to a shop.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. So you guys go to his pawn shop is also in the blue collar district, and so you go there. The blue collar district is again much more of like the middle class area. Everybody is like, blue collar workers for the most part, median income families, and the architecture is much more simple. versus where downtown was much more old architecture, very refined and extravagant in many areas, outside of like the neon lights and everything on the more party side of downtown. Yeah, the blue collar district definitely feels a lot more homely, so to speak. And there's a diner nearby, easy access to transportation. Not really suburby. Much more of the places are like condos or apartments in this area, rather than individual homes. But that's pretty much it's relatively well kept. There's not like a bunch of trash strewn all over the place unlike some of the other areas in the city. So that's where you guys go. The place where Rolf works, the pawn shop, it's just a mostly nondescript building. It's very plain. And while everything else is very simple, this one in particular almost just blends in with everything else. It's like it's very easy to miss. And if you guys go ahead and if you're going in directly, or are you doing anything else before you go into the shop? Okay.
Sorry,
Cool.
I was trying to
So-
you, Ben. Yeah, no, just head straight.
Oh, no, you're fine. I wasn't sure if you guys were trying to scope out the place before you went in. That's why I was asking. So anyway, you guys go inside the shop, and it's very typical what you would expect with a pawn shop. There's stuff everywhere of all kinds with very little organization, aside from like the jewelry area where it's like contained behind glass, or any other like more rare items, for example. And then there's like a guitar in one corner hanging on the wall, some other strange trinkets of whatever decorative nature. Some things look like they have almost no value whatsoever. Everything is very, very either lightly used or very used. And there's a man that is standing behind the counter at the cash register. And he says, welcome to the pawn shop.
Tell me, what organization system do you use for your wares?
My organization system.
Chronological? Or do you found them, perhaps?
It's more like a chaotic mess kind of organization. I just know where everything is.
What about everyone?
Indeed.
You know where everyone is?
Everyone? What do you mean?
Nice to meet you, Rolf.
You must be Russell.
That's
That
right.
detective fella.
Yeah. And these are my friends. Lena,
All
Shaw, Jack, and Shiu. They're helping me on a case.
Yeah, I heard you were looking for me.
Sure you did. It's about Harper. You ever meet Harper?
Yes, I met a lot of people. Papa, one of them. This man is very plain.
Mm-hmm.
The most notable thing about him is his voice. Average build and features, very easy to... He's one of those people like that you would very easily glance over. Again, same kind of process that you had when you looked at the pawn shop at the front. It very easily blends in. So, yeah. What you want to know?
Seems like Harper hopped herself into an early grave, and we're looking into who might have done it. And trust me, it's a good line, Shiu. Working on that one. Well, we want to know who done it.
Well, I don't know who done it. I know Hopper because I helped her quite a bit with the more documentation things of a nature.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Someone like her must have needed a few aliases.
You could say that.
What about Rosenberg? And I look to see if he has a reaction to the name.
He kind of shifts an eyebrow a little bit, like raises an eyebrow to the name when you mention it. Not much more of an expression, but kind of like, Rosenberg kind of deal. Well, he's a prestigious and wealthy man, making them watches that apparently people like to buy. I had lots of watches, but I don't charge those prices. He hasn't come to me for any documentation needs or anything like that.
That's good to know. You know if Rosenberg and Harper were working together?
I don't know about that. I mean, I suppose it's possible if Hopper needs some money, she would go to him. I'm sure by now you know that he provides loans to individuals of our nature.
And what happens to those who can't pay the loan?
Well, they generally make sure they pay, or in some way. If it's not financial, they pay some other methods. If you catch my drift.
Yeah. Okay.
What other information could I provide to you?
What do you guys got?
I'm just like fiddling with something on the side, but still listening. And just like,
do you know?
Sure.
Oh, I mean, she would. Do you know what the hourglass is?
I have seen this symbol on a few items throughout my trading here. I would say it's some kind of calling card of somebody. I haven't quite figured out who yet. And I know a lot of people in this city, so they must be very elusive, or some kind of organization. I don't know.
You know any in the police? Maybe people like us? Or those that Rosenberg works with?
Well, there are most certainly people of higher authority that have an affinity like we do, but I've only worked with a few of the more simple folk on that count. Nobody high up that would come to me, unfortunately. You know, definitely. They probably get their help somewhere else.
Probably from Rosenberg?
Well, I don't think Rosenberg's talents lend themselves to what I do. There may be someone else.
I see. Well, shit. That pretty much confirms it, that, not sure who we can trust except from each other now.
Well, trust is a strange thing. You know, I imagine that whatever happened to Papa was because she could not trust anybody. And there was no one else to help her, whatever it was that happened.
You don't know any reason why someone might want to kill her? Rosenberg, if she owed him money, would he kill her?
Nah, Rosenberg, he's not really that type to take that into his own hands. If anybody were to kill her, I would imagine that some of the crime gangs are probably more responsible for it, if they're the ones that had motivation.
Would he pay them? Is that something he does? He contracts out kills?
Nah, I don't think that he'd be interested in that. I think more he's more concerned with the financial freedoms that he has and ensuring those. I don't know if Harper ever asked for money. She could have.
I see. Okay. So we're looking for someone in organized crime that maybe Harper owed money to or related to the drugs. Can you tell us more about the gangs in the city? maybe the gangs that I wouldn't know about because they are like you and I?
Do a convince roll for me.
Oh boy, let me find my character sheet, which I totally should have had up this whole time. It's been a long week. Let's see. So 2d6. I got my police badge. Trying to think what else I have while that loads up here. I'm overworked for sure, so I can take one away from now. So flat 2d6. See if there's anything else. Here we go. No, that's not going to work. No, I don't think anything else really applies here.
Okay.
So it's just going to be the 2d6s. There we go. So many tabs.
I know you're feeling right now. I got so many things. I got the book, my notepad.
Oh, damn. 11.
Wow. That's a good one. That's a really good roll. Okay. Yeah, so you get this feeling like, so this is a roll of 10 or more is like you are able to change their agenda so that they're no longer protecting their own self-interests. Just for the time being. This is not going to last through to future stuff, but he feels like you're legitimately trying to help find out what happened to Hopper. And you get the sort of feeling like, even though he didn't know her too well, that he was fond of her. Like, he liked her as a general person. So he's gonna drop his kind of guard a little bit. Let me show you something that I don't know if it's intriguing to you, but I have a particular set of skills, as the movie goes. And, well, I can be anybody that I'd like to be, as long as I've seen them at least once.
Okay.
So in Hopper's case, I suppose if I were to walk around as her for some time and make, create a stir, so to speak.
Huh. You'd be willing to do that? It'd be
I
dangerous.
would, as long as you have my back.
Absolutely. See if we can smoke him out. Maybe we could go to the bar. See if anyone turns up there that we don't like, or doesn't like Harper. We could be waiting at the tables.
Yeah, you mean Cammy's Tavern?
Yes. Sorry,
Yeah.
there's about to be a fire alarm alert.
We'll just be like, yeah, okay, Gibbs wants to do that. Anybody else want to chime in on this conversation?
Would it be wise to go back to Cammy's bar specifically, since we've kind of been going around saying she might be dead? But I mean,
where else can we go?
We were told dead may not mean dead. So if you do go, you'll have to come up with some reason why you're not dead. Don't mind Gibbs, he's just going out for a smoke.
Yeah, no worries. I don't know. I mean, we could try going to somewhere else that, she's more well known, that we don't get interrupted with conversation, more like trying to start the rumor. Perhaps you could even, mention it to somebody. I don't know.
The club, maybe, instead of the Cammy's place. Did Hopper go to the club much?
Hopper was many different places. She had a lot of business around the city. Being that her reputation was in the drug ring of the city, she was the primary person that people would go to. Now, I don't know what she was up to before and whatever led to her death, but I can imagine that she's probably dead because of it.
Rolf. Hi, Jack. Fantastic.
Nice to meet you, Jack.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too. It was implied to us that you could help us figure out what's going on with this kind of our weird abilities, I guess.
Right, your powers, so to speak, as some may say.
Yeah.
What exactly you need help with there?
Well, what exactly is going on? Why do we have these abilities? Why? What do they mean?
Why do humans need to breathe air? I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay.
Why is not.
If someone was to, for example, see a very disturbing vision of a giant monster trying to kill them, is that something that you know anything about?
Are you theoretically asking if you were having visions, what that would mean?
Yeah, it's pretty specific, Jack.
Yeah.
What exactly did this monster look like?
Have you ever seen in like a film a demon from hell?
Yeah.
Like that's a decent description of it.
Alright, so demon vision. Did it like do anything, or were you just looking at it?
It tried to kill me.
Yeah. When did you have this vision?
Like an hour ago?
Was there anything in your environment that would have triggered such a vision?
I was in a coffee shop.
Do you not like coffee or something?
No, coffee's fine.
Alright. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. If you had a vision, it could be any number of things. It could be a prediction of seeing a demon in the future. Maybe it's from your past. Maybe it's just someone else's past. That's unfortunately, without more understanding of who you are, I don't know what I can say about that.
Is there any way to get more understanding of who I am?
Well, you could explore what you're capable of. Sometimes that reveals more information. But it can be a dangerous path doing that. It took me a long time to master my capabilities.
Right. Well, maybe it's just the demon trying to kill me. I feel like maybe I'm willing to risk a little bit of danger. If I was to give you some information about what I've been able to do, would that help?
I could try something, but it's very experimental, and I wouldn't want to do it in my shop because we could just destroy everything. So maybe we go somewhere a little bit more sturdy.
Yeah, okay. I'm willing to do that.
So what do you want to do first? You want to do this, or you want to do the hopper thing?
Maybe we should get Jack's thing out of the way before we do something important.
Alright, I could do that.
I'm a little worried about the whole... Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like you're on the verge of losing control? What exactly is...
There's been a vague loss of control recently. That's been worrying.
Alright, I think we gotta explore this some more, but let me close out my shop before I go off and do this. Yeah. You all might want to, I don't know, come with just in case I can't handle whatever he's got. Perhaps.
Okay. We also have a viewer decision meta.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh. Okay, I gotta think of something really good for that. Oh. Cool. Does anybody else want to have questions or anything else here in the pawn shop? Or is there anything you guys can investigate or talk to Rolf or whatever you want?
Russell's done.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
She's done.
Cool. Okay, so Rolf basically brings you guys, like, he takes his car and you follow him. He brings you guys to the coast, the harbor, where there's multiple warehouses that have been emptied or are not currently in use. More like an unfinished construction area, so nobody's really around, essentially. And he steps out of his car, and you guys walk into this open warehouse area. This is a little dilapidated, so maybe his thought is, if you guys destroy it on accident, it'll just seem like it was a bad construction that eventually fell apart, kind of deal. So he's you notice, Russell, that he's very deliberate about his choices, as something that you as an investigator would kind of get the feel for, is that he's probably done this more than once before. So that's kind of the feel that you get of his motivation around, again, the very pointed choices that he's making. So, all right, so you guys are there. All right, so the way this works is you gotta usually I just, mimic the appearance of somebody, but on occasion, if you are more open to allowing someone in, then I could potentially do what you do to an extent, if that makes sense.
I mean, very little of this has made sense, so sure.
Right, yeah, no.
Not a lot makes sense to Jack anyways.
Thank you.
Well, that's unfortunate for me. All right, I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of hold your hands, so you just be aware of that. Okay. And just try to focus on what you know you can do or what you think you can do. So just like relive your experiences, and then you're just gonna have to give me a moment as I process that.
Okay.
All right, so he kind of takes your hands, and he's standing there, and he just like kind of closes his eyes and starts breathing at like a very calm and like repetitive patterned rate. So like deep breath in and then out. And as you are standing there, everyone else, you guys see almost as if it's coming from like moving from Jack to Rolf, as his hands start to change and the process moves up of his arms and up to his shoulders and the rest of his body as he slowly transforms into Jack. And he looks exactly like Jack. 100% mirror image.
Fuck. Now there's two of them.
That's not scary at all.
Fucking terrifying.
If you're gonna be like Jack, though, make sure you get some Jack Fantastic business cards to hand out.
This is like, oh god. I feel like we've done something wrong here on a fundamental level. Something wrong has just happened.
So he kind of like takes a final breath as the transformation completes, and he opens his eyes. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna ruin your whole impression, so I'm just gonna talk as I can as Jack. He sounds like Jack. That's what I want to portray here. Is let's just pretend that I sound like Jack. I know Kung Fu.
Wow. Yep, that's him, all right.
How...
Can you stop this now, maybe?
No, not yet. I really like this. This is working.
All right, get on with it then.
So he starts to like kind of like
watch.
He's like warming up. He's like stretching right now. He's like, okay, gotta limber up. Jack, are you thinking about what happened. I need you to think about it. We need to connect mind to mind.
The vision, or
Yeah, the whole thing.
okay, everything.
All at once. Give it to me. Come on. Okay.
So Jack will go over the getting
This is
really
horrific.
high in the club, and the regeneration of like stubbing his toe and cutting his finger, and then also the making everyone go nuts in the club, and then of course the vision, which he doesn't like thinking about, so he probably maybe doesn't think too hard on that one as much.
Okay. So the first thing that you all notice is that all of you, except for Jack, you start to feel a little euphoric. So if you guys would all roll to face danger, please.
Sorry, guys.
Fantastic.
Is that just D6?
2d6 plus whatever allows you to counteract mental effects. So if it's like a strong will or anything like that.
Does being athletic, strong, or dexterous?
I would go with no on that one. it's all a mental attack, so for all intents and purposes it's like a psychological attack.
I can see memories sometimes. Probably
I
not.
can read. No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Is this feed your voices?
God.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have any voices, you can do a weakness with that probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my
Okay.
weaknesses is mental breakdown, so I'm gonna roll with a minus on this. Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, Russell, you initially get a wave of euphoria, but then you it stops. You're able to kind of almost like push back the effects. However, Shiyu and Shaw, you both feel incredibly euphoric. You're gonna take a 2 status of euphoria. I'm just gonna leave it to euphoria. Whatever for you is like physically euphoric, that is what, or mentally euphoric, that is what you experience. And I'll let you guys role play that out in a second. Anna, you get the initial feeling, but it's not as deep as Shiyu or Shaw. So you're just gonna take a 1 status of euphoria.
Okay.
Basically, since you got a 7, you reduce the status by 1. So that's what's happening right now. Shaw, what exactly would make him feel that euphoric kind of moment?
In his experience, not very much. I imagine this is a very strange feeling for Dr. Shaw. Sort of like the feeling of organizing everything into a perfect alphabetical order, but times 10 or something. So he doesn't know how to process this. And it's especially strange because everything is so disorganized around him, which usually perturbs him. So he's a weird mix of emotions right now. He feels uncomfortably happy.
Yes. Okay. Good. What about Shiyu?
I think Shiyu gets immense sort of satisfaction from, I don't know, helping people. And then, like, when someone thanks him for his help, like, he gets an immense amount of, like, satisfaction from it. Because it's not always that, you know, you can help people and then you can not everyone's always thankful for your help.
True.
And so
Okay.
I think for him, it's just the satisfaction of knowing he was able to help someone. That's
Yeah,
sort of
so
what-
I would probably go as far as to say that you feel like you being here is the most wonderful thing because you're helping Jack,
Yeah.
figure out who he is, and
yeah,
you feel
I'm like,
really,
oh.
really good about that.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, Jack, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna make you more than fantastic, Jack. And then she definitely laughs like that as well.
Wonderful. That's great. Okay. What about Lena? What do you think her euphoria would be?
I think it would be, I guess, like in the morning when you smell coffee, just makes you like really happy. It's kind of like that, except not too much. Is it because of what I rolled?
Yeah.
Or would
Yeah,
it be,
it's like
it
one
wouldn't
of
be
those
full?
like, yeah, you wouldn't be like obsessively trying to like smell the air or anything like that. It would be much
Yeah.
more subtle for you.
Okay, yeah, it would definitely be something like that. Like the
Okay.
little things about like coffee or preparing
Right.
it for somebody else.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Definitely. Okay, perfect. So I guess let's do the viewer decision. I'm trying to phrase this the right way without making this really insane. But F it. Let's go full blown. What is the next manifestation from Jack's powers? It can be either, I mean, I guess they're supposed to come up with the options, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So keep in mind, his stuff is around like emotional things. So I'm just going to put that out there.
So what's the next manifestation of Jack's powers?
Yeah.
Nice.
Keeping in mind that the demonic thing that was happening, plus this emotional stuff. So, you know, but I'll go with whatever viewer decision gets it, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So suggestion,
Yeah.
emotional or demonic. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. As of course he walks away. All right. Cool. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go with Russell. You kind of see this happening. You see the rest of the group having minor to severe euphoric reactions around themselves. She's having some strange giggling fits, and Shaw looks highly concerned but happy at the same time, which makes you more concerned because he never looks happy. So if there's anything that you want to interject here, feel free.
God, this is fucking weird. I don't already know how I feel about any of this. I think he's happy to let Jack have his moment, and do his thing, find himself if he needs to. But while the others are getting euphoric, Russell's taking a couple of steps away and looking quite concerned at the Dr. Lena and Shiyu.
Okay.
You guys feeling all right? Yeah, you're looking pretty happy.
It's happy to be here.
I'm doing awesome, Gibbs, and I'm just real glad that you're here, and we're here helping you, and we're definitely gonna find Hopper's murderer. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we
Just
got
like-
this. We got this.
Several steps backwards. Just let Jack do his thing, I guess.
Yep. He's gonna become Jack Fantasticer.
Okay.
I told all of you guys that you're real awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think I feel the same about you guys.
That's
Kind
nice.
of.
I guess.
Kind of, a little bit.
Uh-huh. Well, that's nice, because a couple of days ago you really hated me.
I mean, that's only because you thought I killed somebody, but it's fine. Everything's fine.
I had reasonable suspicion to suspect you might have done, right? You can understand that?
Yeah, but I didn't. It's gonna be okay. And I put my arm around him, give him a pat on the shoulder, and just chill.
Okay. Just gonna pull that off
Jack's
here. Just gonna... There you go. Take that back.
I liked
That's
Jack's
nice.
fascination with eating well until it recently stopped. It was pleasant.
Yeah,
fuck is
that is weird. I respect his
at this
health
point-
game.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are
This is
having a real
fine.
nice time, huh?
Okay.
I can let him get on with it.
Yeah. So, Jack, this you know, obviously you see Rolf become you, and you notice the effects surrounding you, and he takes like another really deep breath, and he appears to be in some kind of almost trance, very similar to what you imagine yourself going through when you had your vision. And for a brief moment, you see what appears to be horns beginning to grow from his head as he kind of, like, his physical body begins to like expand upward and become larger.
Shit.
So all of you guys also see this happening, and he continues to grow, and now his body has begun to transform more, and the horns have kind of started to fully come out of his head. His body changes into out of clothing, essentially, into this beast-like form, as his hands change into these claws. And something that you hadn't noticed before in the vision, but notice now, is that this demonic monster that you previously saw is now familiar in its face and everything, but it also now has wings. And these huge demon bat-like wings kind of emerge and unfold out of his back as he looks upward towards you. But the eyes aren't there. They're just this black pit of nothing. And you have this fear that you felt before from your vision now fully present as this monstrosity kind of towers above you in the middle of the warehouse. And you all see this.
Whoa. Okay.
Is this
Buddy.
the demon thing you saw in your vision, Jack?
That's not
Is
so
it-
fantastic.
This is way scarier than the way you described it.
Don't you guys
I'm gonna
find
back
this
off.
fear quite
That is not the noise I was
Motivation.
expecting you to make.
I'm gonna back off. Just scurry, like I'm assuming I was like sitting down, so I'm just gonna scurry until I hit a wall.
Uh-huh. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so it's just there, and it's got this like very heavy breathing. You can see the chest moving up and down, and like he is like observing himself, like he's looking at his claws, like he's trying to understand what it is that he is right now. You can also see that the kind of ground around him has begun to crack, like the concrete on the warehouse floor has begun cracking, almost like when you shatter a window, that spider effect of the crack is starting to do that on the cement. And it's happening slowly, but it's definitely noticeable as he's standing there. It's moving outward, and it's almost as if below him was either fire or like lava, as you see these hot orangey red kind of light start to come up as like this smoke of vapor begins to also emit from the cracks in the ground now.
Stepping backwards even further. Okay.
Hey, Mr. Rolf, are you doing okay?
Are we scared now, or are we still feeling really happy?
You know, I feel like
I can start
you guys
grabbing them. Come on, guys.
probably should be facing danger again here because of what you're seeing in front of you is something that you guys have never seen before. There is no technical sanity rules in this game, but I think that it'd be appropriate that since this is the first experience you've ever had of some kind of demonic form, this would be probably a good idea for everyone, including Jack, to face danger.
Okay. I guess as I see it, I'd be like, whoa, that's cool.
On the
Oh my
upside,
God.
you guys who do have the euphoria will get either a +1 or +2 because it's counteracting the effects of the fear. So if you had the 2 status, it's a +2.
I rolled a 6.
Hey.
I didn't see anything that I would be able to add or take away.
Okay.
If you have fearsome effects yourself, could you use those to combat scary things?
Possibly,
I
yeah.
don't find
Just give me
this
which one.
scary because I'm scary, sort of thing.
Okay, yeah, I guess I can see that.
It sounds tenuous.
It's
Is that how
it
fear
depends
works?
on which ones you were thinking, I guess.
What?
Oh. I was thinking fearsome and dreadful appearance, like those two particular, because I'm used to, like, sort
Yeah, I'll
of.
give you that. Yep. So you're at a +4.
Awesome. +2, because I'm going to use Nightmares and Flashbacks and Mental Breakdown as well.
Okay.
At this point, Meta, would the pursuit weakness and the recognizable weakness be applicable here, or?
Definitely pursuit, 100%.
Okay.
I don't know if recognizable would. Well, yeah, I think it would.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it would.
I am going to, while I get the +2 from Euphoria, I think I'm going to take a -1 because I am less effective when my emotions are uncontrolled, which I
That's
would believe. I
true.
think they currently are. I am not in control of my emotions right now.
Okay.
Mark that attention.
Oh!
Not only did I have -2, I rolled 3.
I'm still good.
Oh
I'm
god,
I rolled real well.
that was really
Oh.
bad.
Do I wet myself? That's
Yes, you do.
Yeah, that's
Big ol'
okay. Well, shit. Okay. So Russell, unfortunately, you also failed the roll. You're gonna take a tier status of what's worse than feared or
Terror.
fearful? What's like terror?
Horrifying.
Terror, yeah. Terror 4. You're gonna take a terror 4 on this one,
Okay.
and
Oh.
yeah, it's quite the status. I will let you figure out how Gibbs would react to being that terrified in just a moment. Lena was right. Okay. I would say, so you have a strange moment where, while this particular thing does not look like something that you know, it seems familiar. So you're only going to take a 3 status on this. Not terrified, but give me a different word than fearful. Scared. Do you think scared and then fearful, or fearful then scared? As far as like increase.
Fearful than scared, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fearful feels like cautious, whereas scared feels
Yeah.
like legitimately I am scared.
Yeah, you
of
can be
this.
fearful of something, but not
That's
like
true.
scared by it, I
That's
guess.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll take a scared 3 on that.
Okay, cool.
And that if you everybody who failed that or did not roll a 10, you can wipe out your euphoria status as well, and that's no longer applicable. So Shaw, same deal, tier 3 scared instead of the 4, and then Jack. You're one of the only ones. You maintain your euphoria. You're that counteracts pretty much the effect that you feel from this. It's a disturbing image, but it's one of those things where you're like, but I'm helping Jack, so yeah, we're good. You know, it's one of those moments.
And once you sort of decide something for Jack, I think she was gonna do something.
Yeah. Are we done on the viewer decision, by the way?
Yes, check the chat there. I've got the...
okay, yeah, I see it. So, due to the fear and your basically critical failure on this roll, you have a strange nausea in your stomach. And for a moment, it feels like you can't breathe, like you're choking. And you begin to throw up demonic-looking snakes as they kind of pile out of your mouth onto the floor and start slithering all around. So you're gonna take a tier 4 status of terrorized, or terror, and you're gonna also take a tier 1 status of choking. Well done, viewers.
Thank you so much.
This is fine.
A+.
Totally fine. Yeah, so Shaw, Lena, Gibbs, you are witnessing a demon and Jack now vomiting snakes from his mouth.
I'm gonna get
I don't
out
feel
of
so good.
This is bad, and we should go. And I'm gonna try and grab the people nearest to me and get the hell out of this warehouse, because fuck this.
Okay. Remember, you guys can also try to do something to counteract what's happening.
Yeah, I think Shiyu is definitely gonna try to counteract this, and he is like, he's euphoric, but also like out of everyone, also the like not calm in the sense that he's very composed, but calm in the sense that he's not running away from this thing in fear.
Mm-hmm.
I think he wants to sort of radiate that calmness around to the people around him. And so I guess what's that move? It is change the game.
Yep.
Perfect. I am going to and I think probably a little bit of his mythos is for sure leaking out, because I'm going to take the -1 for the uncontrolled emotions, because this could go poorly because he's in a euphoric state. This could go real bad, but I am going to use the fact that he's very he's going to use his empathy power tag for the even that out, and I think his sort of sheer determination to make this work for a +1.
Okay.
And then I think that's all he's got going for him.
Perfect.
Right now. So
come on. Come on.
Believe in the heart of the dice. Oh, I didn't believe hard enough.
Yeah, that's unfortunately not a success. So you're trying, but this demonic force in front of you, on top of the grotesque nature of what Jack is experiencing, is just really it's like it's disrupting you. Like his choking sounds are disrupting you as you're trying to concentrate on what's happening and what you're trying to do. At this moment, Lena, even though you have this deep terror and fear, you feel for a moment like something is emitting from you. And it is the wings that you had once seen before as a second version of yourself in a less physical form, just kind of like pours out of you and is there standing, but it's much bigger than you remember. It's like twice your size, almost the same size as this demon in front of you. And at this point, it appears that Rolf is not himself. Like he is being consumed by whatever it is that Jack had seen as this demon. And he turns and looks towards you. I'm going to let you basically take control of this second version of yourself, this projection. So feel free to use whatever you feel necessary because you're about to go into battle with this demon.
Yay! Okay. Go for it.
I'm not sure how this works, but usually Shaw uses his powers to do like creepy things and creep people out and intimidate them and play mind games. Could I try stop holding back and try and use the full my full mythos to try and power intimidate this demon thing down, stare it down, like a fully confrontational sort of.
Yeah, he's gonna
holding back one, but you know.
Yeah, no, the stop holding. This is a really cool thing. We haven't done this yet. A stop holding back is like when the Hulk really hulks out kind of moment where he has the potential to lose full control of himself. It depends on the scale. If you're talking about just trying to essentially tell me how this is beyond what Shaw has already done, because a stop holding back is doing something that you've never done before. So kind of try to explain to me a little bit more about what your goal is here, like how you're going to do this.
So what I almost want to do is use my dreadful appearance in Warriors of Athens to take on the full form of the warrior. Perhaps stand tall and confident and strong, which is not something he would normally do, and perhaps roar a battle cry, almost in fear. With the intention, maybe even if it's just to get a slight advantage or go level if we go into combat, rather than be fully confrontational. Is my Okay, cool. Yeah. I will also open this to the table if you guys want to refer to the moves list that's in Fantasy Grounds. I think this is the page 2 one. This is a stop holding back, and I'll kind of read this out because our audience also hasn't seen this happen before, is when you use your powers in a new and never before seen way or scale, you tell me what you hope to achieve, which in this case you have, and then I'm going to tell you what this sacrifice will take from you. In this case, this is a straight roll. You do not add power tags to a stop holding back. This is a 2d6 plus the number of logos that you have, which in this case is 3 still, correct? So it'd be a 2d6 plus 3. There's no other things you can add to it. It's just a straight up roll. On a hit, you achieve exactly what you wanted, but you still pay the price. That's the deal with the stop holding back, is it unleashes a significant amount of power from yourself. I would say this is not a no return personally, but I'm willing to see what you guys have in mind. Significant at minimum, obviously, since that's the lowest tier of a stop holding back. The pay the price for a significant is that you mark a fade or crack on one of your logos that's relevant here, and then you burn all the power tags on one of your themes of your choice. That's a 7 to 9. If you do manage to hit a 10,
you mark fade or crack on just one theme, and you do not burn the power tags. So that's kind of where I am. If you think that it should be a higher versus, if not significant, but a no return type of deal, of course, I'll let you make that final decision. I'd rather you guys kind of be in on that together, because a no return has much more consequences to it.
I think it probably is just significant. Like, I'm under a fear state at the minute, and one of my Logos identities is literally I no longer need to be a slave to fear. So
okay,
it's more it's more of a new scale rather than a new way of me doing things. So yeah, I'd say you're probably right on the significant.
Okay, yeah, so let's do significant. As a reminder, a 6 or less is a failure. You will pay the price as you do normally, but you also lose control of your powers. So at that point, I will take over the narrative, and we'll go from there. So go ahead and make your roll. Whew, that's a good roll. Okay, good. So yeah, go ahead and just mark the fade or crack on one of the themes that's opposing this experience, or is relevant to the experience. In this case, what you mentioned, and you achieve this result. What does it look like? Tell us a little bit. So this demon has now focused its attention to Lena's projection, and is distracted by this. What do you do to?
So like, how out there can I go with this description? Like,
yeah, I mean, you tell me. This is a stop holding back. You tell me what this is. This is your narrative.
So I suppose Shaw will almost begin to rise and change and get almost larger. Definitely more like a warrior's sort of physique growing out from him, and perhaps almost like the God of War, where like bits of metal perhaps fly to his body to form armor, and he stands covered head to toe in plate mail, roaring at this demon, perhaps with some sort of weapon in his hand that is similar to a sword or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you do to the demon specifically? So I see what you're like. You've become this thing. Everybody else can also see this. What do you do to the demon?
I approach it aggressively, either to go into combat or to stare it down, but I'm literally facing my fear and attacking it. Okay,
got it. Sounds good. So I'm gonna give Lena's projection a chance to act as well, since it's focused on her. So this is happening simultaneously, and we'll execute all of that together. So what is your projection doing, Lena? It's significantly more hulking than you remember in this particular case.
It's a barbarian rage. So she's going to kind of run towards this demon.
Okay.
And she's going to place her hand on the demon's head, or like just forehead. Okay. And she's going to try to make him sleep.
Oh, okay.
If possible.
Tell me what power tags. Yeah, I'm guessing this is probably... Ooh, this is actually a tough one. Either change the game. Yeah, if you're gonna try to alter if you're trying to give him a status, then I would say definitely change the game.
Okay, so what would I have to do for that?
Just your 2d6 plus the power tags and minus weakness tags that you have.
Don't forget to tell you have...
Yeah. Don't forget you have the negative status, so you're dealing with that minus 3.
Okay. So it's 2d6. So I'm already using Raven form, so that could be. Does that count as 1?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and then would force emotion be part of that?
I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, would that be just a -1?
Currently, yes. Do you have anything else you need to add, or you want to add?
Strong?
Yeah, totally. Hulking
Okay.
form, absolutely.
Definitely. Awesome. Maybe dexterous too.
Yeah, I would say
So-
so. It's probably not going to want you to touch it, so
Yeah, so that would make it a +1 then.
absolutely.
Ooh.
Dang.
Feels
Okay.
bad, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's go ahead. Yeah, you go for it, but it just it like anticipates your move almost, like it knows that
Mhm.
you're trying to do something, and it dodges out of the way. At the same moment, though, as it is doing this, in its process to dodge, it actually kind of turns towards you, Shaw, and it sees you, and you have that. You look into its eyes, empty, void, with this glistening black kind of the over the entire eye. As you take it and you impose this, because you did a stop holding back. I will kind of let you pick what kind of status you give to this thing. If you want to give me some kind of a descriptor adjective that I can apply to him, since we stop holding back, you can kind of do, especially with your role, you can really inflict whatever you're looking for here on this thing.
I'd probably like to like give it an intimidate or give it back the fear that it gave me. Like, that's really
like
what I'm.
reflective almost.
Sorry, you sounded a bit funny then.
Oh, sorry. It was like you're reflecting what happened to you onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, I'll take that one.
So, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah.
So that
that
was
I
a.
I got a fear 3.
What?
I got a
Fear
fear 3 last time. But
Okay,
last
yeah.
time I also gave attention to my mythos, and I can
Oh.
now go for the jugular and hit it with all I've got without having to set up that action. Is that something I could use now, or is this the wrong time?
What do you mean without having? Sorry, I'm not familiar with that one. What does it say?
So, the literal copy I've taken is the improvement to my mythos, the subversion mythos, is to go for the jugular, hit with all you've got action without having to take an action.
Oh, does that mean you don't roll?
I read it as like a setup action, but I could be wrong.
Okay, yeah. Let me know what that is. So, as a heads up, the demon does have resistances, so it's not going to take the full 3. It's going to reduce its status to fear 1. So just as a heads up, so you guys know, the way that works is essentially when you have NPCs in this game, the MC still never rolls. It just counteracts the effects that you try to impose upon it. So in this particular case, the mental and physical resistances of this being reduce statuses that you're trying to add to it. So like that's how it works. It's like modifiers essentially, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
In the way that this works. So
I found the exact wording for that rule. It's a subversion theme improvement. Go for the jugular. You have a knack for catching people off guard. If your powers can reasonably affect your target, you always have the clear shot or opening required to make a hit with all you've got move. You don't need to make another move to get to it.
oh, perfect. Then yeah, I would say because you used stop holding back as well, you being there physically and with that improvement, you can go ahead and just make another move automatically. So if you want to do a hit with all you've got, go for it. Give me your other power tags you want to include.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fearsome, dangerous, grim determination, dreadful appearance, warriors of Athens, and take the weakness tag superiority complex. So +4.
Yep, +4, and make sure you got rid of your feared status as well, since you counteracted that with your stop holding back. Nice. That's an incredible roll. Okay. So, on a hit, You give the status of your choice with a tier equal to your power, which was 4. So you can impose a tier 4 status minus whatever reductions this thing has. And then you can choose any 2 of the additional effects. You can take cover or secure a superior position. The alternative, if you do not do this particular thing, they can impose a status on you. So if you want to make sure you can basically guarantee dodge the next thing that this whatever creature does, you can take that as one of the other benefits. You can get them good or get many of them, so you add another tier to your effect rather than just +4, it would be a +5. You control the collateral damage, so if there was any damage that would actually be inflicted on the environment around you or the people around you, you could control that. You can also hold the target's attention so it doesn't go and divert to anything else. Or you gain the upper hand, which is that you get 1 juice. The juice can be used to apply additional effects.
So, just for clarity, if I was to secure a superior position, is that like a physical location or like a combat sort of superior position? So like a holding them in a choke or something?
It's whatever you want it to be. That's where you impose that.
So I'd probably go for the superior position then, try and like wrestle this thing to the ground maybe and take a superior sort of like dominant position on it.
Okay, so that's one. You have one more. You have one more thing that you can choose to do.
With the rest, I'll just put it all into that fear as much as I can. Make it fear me.
So you want to increase the status?
Yeah.
To 5. Okay, cool. Yeah, so he's going to take a 2 on this one. With, what do you, tell me what so you're kind of like wrestling it to the ground, so to speak?
Yeah, Shaw will probably go dive in, duck his head under his arm, put both hands behind his knees and slam his back onto the ground, quickly whip around the body and take his back with his arm around his neck, essentially grappling them.
I'm gonna go with subdue 2 then, if you think that's appropriate. What do you think?
Yeah, okay.
Dude.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Okay. Does anybody else want to take any actions while this is happening, since I didn't get around to the rest of you guys?
Whilst he turned to run and then sees that Lena and Shaw and she were standing to fight, and despite being absolutely terrified by this thing, he's going to get his gun out, and more so of a sense of like public duty to like protect people. Yeah. He will take a shot with the gun. So I'll try a hit with all you've got.
Okay.
So I take a clear shot, and I'm going to try and shoot this thing in the face while it's reeling from Shaw's attack. And so for a little bit of flavor, like his hand as he uses his power, his hand turns into that of the crone. So like this kind of old lady hand is holding this like massive revolver. And the bullets are explosive as well, so that's pretty fun. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah. So I have quick draw, explosive bullets, power tag, my gunman's intuition, so maybe I could use that to, know where to shoot the guy or this demon thing. And I think that is it.
Are you sure? Because you're still at a -4.
Yeah, let's see. Does the police badge count? Because this is police work, shooting bad guys.
Yeah, because you said you were doing this because you kind of public service, absolutely. So it's a straight 2d6. Come on.
Straight 2d6.
Rooting for you guys.
Let's see. That is 7.
That's a minor success. That's good. Yeah. Okay. So what's going to happen here is, since you're hitting with all you've got, you can choose one of the following, which is what I said to Shaw, but you can take cover or secure a superior position, so it can't... Right now, it's at a disadvantage, so that might not be necessary, but it's up to you. You can get them good, which would add a +1 to that. Since you had no power, you would add a +1, which would be a 1 shot in the face or something along those lines. You can control the collateral damage. This might be something important since this is explosive and Shaw is very close to this. You can hold the target's attention. In this case, it's not possible. I'm not going to give you that one because he's currently subdued by Shaw. Or you can gain the upper hand and take 1 juice.
Let's just get him good. I don't think I care about the collateral.
Okay.
He looks like
cool.
He looks like a handler. He's in a lot of armor right now.
Yeah. So so he's
panicked.
got 3 negatives. Well, he's got 2 physical negative statuses right now. So he's actually going to take 1 hit in the face. I'm just going to call it that so we know what it's from. Or shot to the face instead of shot to the heart. Okay. Song went off in my head. Thanks. Shot to the face. Okay. So in this particular case, due to the explosive damage, Shaw, go ahead and face danger for me.
Sorry.
And there's nothing that I can't add anything to that.
It's a roll plus your power, so if there's anything that you think you could do, you don't have any current negative status effects, so.
Gunshot. I'm definitely taking a weakness on that one. Yeah, gunshot and maybe I could add steady hands to try and like keep my grip. Like, I know it's a different kind of steady. Like,
you could if you wanted to. I'm trying to think. No, I think that's yeah. No, I think that might be. What other power tags do you have that you think might be applying?
Perhaps Grim Determination, maybe.
Okay.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. So that's a what, +1?
No, I'm taking a weakness as well, so it'd be a straight roll.
Straight roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it. You guys have been rolling pretty well overall. I think you have more successes than not. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So at a 9, you're just gonna take the lower tier status in this case, because you don't have any particular defenses against gunshots right now. I'll probably give you like burns because it's explosive. So a burns 1 would be probably the most that you take from it, but it's definitely gotten to your hands for sure. So a burns -1 status.
Sick burn.
And we have Shiyu and Jack left in this quote turn, so to speak. Jack, you're still coughing up snakes everywhere.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd like to try and stop coughing up snakes, please.
Yes, please do.
Is that base danger or danger game?
I think it would be more of a go toe-to-toe because you're trying to face or overcome this thing that has been imposed on you. So in a go toe-to-toe, you're going to roll again the 2d6 plus your power, and then we'll resolve that as soon as you roll. This is our first combat, guys.
Yeah. Punching bag.
Okay.
Minor regeneration.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's all I've got. And I
do you still have
don't see
your
any weaknesses.
negative statuses? I think you do.
Yeah.
Choking. What was 1 or 2?
Choking.
Oh,
1,
yeah.
I believe.
1.
And,
Okay.
The fear. 4.
Ah. So you're what, at a -2? Or 1?
-3. That would be.
Ooh. Okay. Just roll really high.
Yeah, because I've been doing that.
Simple.
Like,
You're really
it's
good
my
at
campaign.
It's about time.
Come on.
Okay.
I got a 1! I can't even without the minuses, I can't roll over a 6 meta.
It's sad, but
You
it's
jinxed
roll.
it. He has to
This roll
reroll.
really helped me out, Jack, because it helped me make a decision.
Okay. Yeah. Right now, at this point, what I'm gonna let this just be like you're. What's the word I'm looking for?
Death.
It's like more like these things are like. There is a word that I'm looking for. It's like it's the only thing I can think of is like that you're starting to bleed because you've got this, like you've been doing this for like a good 2 minutes at this point, and your body is like yeah, at that internal bleeding maybe or something along those lines.
Yeah. So I have the status effect hemorrhaging.
Yeah, hemorrhaging. That was a really shitty roll, man. I feel so bad. Oh my god. We're gonna give you a tier 1 hemorrhaging since it's just started.
Cool.
Thanks. Okay. Great.
Hurry up, guys. I need a doctor.
Yeah.
The doctor in the house is currently a warrior demon thing now. So.
Yeah.
This is not only am I vomiting up snakes,
not
but
so
also
much.
blood.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. No. Okay.
Right.
I'm down.
And we've lost track of how many snakes at this point have emitted. I mean, because I imagine demonic snakes probably have like thorns and like these like harder scales.
Horns?
So it's just not maybe little itty bitty horns.
Kind of cute.
They're probably like
baby.
snaking and
Perfect.
well,
Okay.
Okay,
so
Shiyu,
I
please.
think Shiyu's gonna make. Okay, so Shiyu has hit 3 attention on his expression.
Cool.
So I think this works great for the improvement he's gonna make here. I think it makes sense that.
Perfect.
I think so. We're talking about how he's euphoric and he's like, I'm helping Jack out, and I look over and I see Jack and he's like bleeding out and like spitting up snakes. And he's like, oh shit, I need to go help Jack out. And so as he goes, he like rushes over to Jack and sort of like touches him on the shoulder. I think a flower that he has never seen bloom before sort of blooms out of his hair, and it is a mountain peonia, because this is the flowers of healing, which is in his mythos, and I think this is a good time for it to come out. This is the first time he's ever used this, and so he is going to attempt to heal Jack Fantastic of some of his statuses here.
Okay. What
And-
move action are you using here?
Let me check. Let's see. Oh, this would be. Is this? I mean, is this change the game again, or?
I'm inclined to say this might be a take a risk.
Take a risk.
Because
okay.
yeah, because you're trying to do something that you've never done before. And so it's either between
Yep.
I could see arguments for a couple different things. Change the game might be applicable depending, but I'm more inclined to either say take a risk or stop holding back, since you did say that this is something you've never done before. So let me know what you think, and you guys are welcome to chime in as well. The rest of the group, kind of, we can work through what you think.
I don't think this is his stop holding back moment yet, just because I don't think it's a super, like, this is him, like, he is definitely, like, I think in the heat of the moment, it's more just something new is coming out. I don't think this stop holding back yet, because I think there's a bit of his expression that, or sort of his mythos, that would be better suited for stop holding back. So I'll go with take a risk on this.
Let me-
then.
Okay. I'm almost willing to give you a change the game here because you are trying to reduce his statuses.
Mm-hmm.
What would you rather do? A take a risk, or reduce? So in a take a risk, if you do manage to get a 10, you get to do essentially whatever you want with that result. It's more of like a pass or fail type of deal, and you can do what you want with it. A change the game is a little bit more lenient because it's not a pass or fail. If you get like a 7 to 9, you still can do other things, whereas a take a risk is like you do it or you don't at all kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you.
I like to take the risk because I don't think this is a point that should be lenient because he doesn't know what he's doing really.
Fair.
And I like the idea of on a 7 to 9 things get messy.
Yeah.
So
take a risk is a fun one.
Can I assist in this at all?
Like, I think you personally doesn't want things to get messy, but if things get messy, that'll be interesting. So,
yes.
This is going to be a new power tag that is being added to his expression called Flowers of Healing.
Cool.
So I'm using that. Oh God. Sheer determination for sure. I think. Adds here. I don't think empathy would be more for my emotional stuff.
Meta, can I assist in this? Is that like a thing that?
I think you might be a little bit too occupied.
Well,
let me just help.
Like, if I don't know exactly how it works, but if I could add a power tag, the minor regen might be applicable.
I think after the fact, if he succeeds here, then you can he'll heal you of the effects of the vomiting portion, as well as some probably minor stuff to help you with the actual blood issue, and then you could use your powers to actually regenerate and like not have the hemorrhaging problem.
Okay, cool.
So let's see. Your determination, Flowers of Healing, would truly wants to do good come into play here? Like, would that be applicable for like
totally.
I just really want to help out? How does the euphoria factor into this? Like, it's probably gonna give me a -1 for I'm still in an uncontrolled state.
Yeah. I think the euphoria would still give you a benefit here because you are doing the thing that makes you euphoric. So yeah.
So I'll just call it a +1 with the a +2, but a -1 from the uncontrolled state of it, because I could still do harm. So total of +3.
Perfect.
All right.
Do it.
Okay. Wait. Sorry. Is that no? That's 4. That's +4.
4. Okay.
So I'm using 3 power tags, euphoria, and a weakness. Okay.
Yes.
4. Come on. Hey.
Nice. 14.
There we go.
Okay.
14.
So all it says here is on a 10+, you do it somehow.
Okay.
And so describe to me what it looks like.
So there's just like flowers blooming from his hair at this point. The mountain peonia is sort of like a fuller lotus type flower, and sort of the flowers of his mythos represent like healing of the soul, healing of the blood, healing of the flesh, and so I think that he wants to take away the terrified status. I think that's healing of the soul. Or it's not terrified.
Okay.
What do you have? What do you have that was really hurting you?
It's like
terrified.
Yeah, it's a pretty high status. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's
what does
the
it
main...
look like with the snakes? Do you decide? Are you deciding to stop the snakes from?
So are they? They're just pouring out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen the strand?
Yeah.
The strain. What is it called? Is that the one?
The
strain. The strain. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
When he vomits worms into somebody's mouth, that's basically what's happening, but they're snakes.
That show is gold.
Yeah, I love that show.
So yeah, so I would like it if he stopped vomiting snakes.
Okay.
I think
at 14 at this point you can do pretty much much anything. So yeah.
I think after that, Jack's sort of healing factor probably kicks in and takes care of the hemorrhaging. But I think I like managed to like heal him from being terrified, and I'm like, oh, and these snakes gotta go. Gotta get these gotta get these motherfucking snakes out of my motherfucking jack.
What happens with the snakes? That like, do they turn into something? Do they just evaporate? Do they disappear?
Yeah, I think they turn into flowering vines, I think.
Great. Good.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
and there's
perfect.
a very pleasant floral scent wafting around you.
So, Jack, as she comes to you and you immediately feel like a sweeping relief, you can remove your negative status of terrified. You also finally begin to stop as the final snake kind of like emits from your mouth as it midway before it falls to the ground turns into these blossoming vines. And you can now essentially, I'm not going to make you roll. That was a really good roll. So he's going to give you at this point, like the ability to start regenerating as initially your throat feels very raw. Like it's just been scratched up really bad. And you've got, the blood around your mouth at this point from all of that as you begin to regenerate. It will take you some time. I imagine you probably can't speak too well yet, but it's working. Working. Okay. So, do you want to do anything at this point, Jack, or are you gonna kind of let that process?
I will reach out to Shiru, hand on the shoulder, and just like a very, very sincere look of, dear God, thank you for stopping that. And cry a very little bit, and yeah, I'm just gonna be basically catching my breath and grasping and slowly healing for a little bit, I think.
Okay, great. So we're back around to Lena, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Shaw has this demon pinned to the ground and like very, very much subdued, but it is trying to get free. What would you like to do?
Can I try to do... Because, I mean, essentially this guy is the guy we need alive to talk to. Do I get the sense of it wasn't him trying to attack us?
What do you mean?
On purpose?
Oh.
Like this wasn't a trap or something.
Do you want to, like, are you using your powers here, or are you trying to investigate?
If I investigate, I can't use my powers, right?
I mean, you would use your power tags, but I'm saying, like, are you trying to inquire questions, like, through observation, or are you trying to change the game somehow?
I guess through observation, because I don't really want to kill him.
Right. Fair enough.
So I'll I'll do my roll again for the emotion thingamabobs.
Mm-hmm.
So I still had -3? Or am I good now? Because I had...
the fear?
Because I was scared.
Right, you were scared. Yeah, you would still be scared,
Okay.
unless you wanted to do something to reduce your statuses.
Huh.
If you were to change the game first, obviously we'd have to wait on the investigation part.
Yeah.
So it's up to you if you want to take the statuses and keep them there, or you want to get rid of them first.
Yeah, how would we get rid of them?
You would change the game. Basically, change the game is like modifying the situation to benefit yourself or your allies. So you would use power tags to counteract the statuses that you have. So basically what you would need to get is, you'd have to get like probably a 7 to 9, you'd be able to do one thing. If you got a 10 or more, you could add multiple you could reduce multiple status effects, one per juice that you have.
Okay,
So like on a
'cause
10,
I
you
have-
will get a minimum of 2 juice.
Okay, because I have a thing that I can basically force emotions on people, and I don't know if I could count that to everybody, including this demon, to just calm the heck down.
Totally.
And like maybe chill, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was gonna say happy instead of chill, but whatever. Okay, so uniform force emotion. I guess I want to do good. I'm pretty strong, so that's 1. I'm athletic, dexterous, and would health aid come into this?
I don't know if those physical power tags would apply because you're trying to mentally affect people.
Okay.
Is there any others that you have that might be beneficial, like that are more like emotional or mental like type power tags? Because I feel like you might have a couple more.
Okay, so the ones that I mentioned, should I not use those? Do they not apply to this?
Not the physical ones, but you have the other. So right now you're at a +1. That includes the minus tier that you got from the feared one, or scared rather.
I guess easy to talk to, befriending people.
Yeah, totally. Are those 2 more?
So that's yes.
So 3 +3 so far.
Okay, cool. I think that's it.
Okay.
3. Okay.
Nice.
Is it 10?
Okay. Yeah, that's really good. So on a 10, you get a minimum of 2 juice, which means you can reduce the status by 2 minimum. And you also can choose to use the juice on the following: scaling up the effect, which means you would affect a greater area, more than 1 target. You can prolong it. You can hide the effect. In this case, you guys aren't exposing yourselves to like non-mythos people, so you probably don't want to do that. Or another improvement that you want to make that we can agree on. It's up to you though.
Okay, I'll probably expand it to more than 1 person.
Okay, so with a 10, so you at this point you're gonna have 4 juice because you automatically get 1 for the first success, which is a 7 to 9 or more, and then a 10 will give you 4 juice. So you can either like do 2 and 2, which is like reduce everybody's statuses by 2 and then expand it, or you can do reduce by 1 and have it also include the demon, because there's 1, 2, 3. That would be 6 people versus just like a couple, if you're really trying to scale up the effects.
I guess I would like most of it on the demon, and then a couple on everybody else.
Okay, it's up to you how you want to distribute that effect. So what are you imposing on the demon specifically? A calm or?
Yes, just basically calm down. Okay.
So I'll give you you want to use, so you have 4 juice, so you want to do 2, 1, 2, 3.
Let's do, I guess, can we do 3 on the demon and maybe 1 on Jack?
Okay. Works for me. So we'll give you... Yeah, okay,
he's
good.
too shook.
What was that?
Because he's shooketh. From vomiting.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't be? Yeah, okay, cool. So that brings us down to this demon form. Slowly but surely, after you do this, everybody, especially Shaw, you notice that the hulking figure has started to diminish quite a bit as it transforms slowly back into Rolf. And we will officially end our combat there. So this Rolf is like on the ground with his arms pinned behind his back, and Shaw just kind of like there, still in his form. And Lena has her projection still out, and And Gibbs, you see this happening as well as as everything kind of starts to calm once again. Jack, you get a kind of this immediate sigh of relief, essentially, as Lena's ability affects you as well, and you're at a tier 1. Reduce your fear by 1 for now. It's going to take you a bit to shake off the residual effects of this encounter. Whoever has negative status effects right now, it's going to take a little bit to shake it all off. So,
I look pretty shaken. Oh,
are you shook?
I'm shooketh right now, as Lena would say. Fuck, you guys alright? The hell was that thing?
Does my raven disappear?
What?
It's still there. And Shaw is still with it. Until you guys decide to end it, I'm leaving that to you.
Rolf, are you feeling rough of mind?
Rolf is unconscious right now.
Oh, okay, I drop him. Yeah,
you guys like wrecked his face. It took a bit, but you did it, little by little.
Does anyone have any water? Maybe water?
Yeah. Someone get Jack something. He's been vomiting snakes for a while.
I'm Dr. Shaw.
Yeah, Lena has like a little
water
bottle. Yeah, she hands it to you.
Thank you.
Sure, you probably stand.
I feel like that was maybe my fault a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
None of us could have known that was going to happen.
Does that mean I'm a demon?
He's still alive, right?
I'll go check him for signs of life. Check his pulse.
It's a possibility if you tried to copy what you were.
I gotta say, I don't really want to do that very much. What he just did.
Let's not do that again with this guy, Rolf.
Yeah.
Okay, let's never do this again. Just fuck.
Yeah, and Lena's eyes are like white. Just so you can get a picture of it. And then she'll like blink and do like one of these, and then her raven just disappears. And then eyes are back to normal.
Look at his body, and like just slowly begin to shrink back down to his normal size as the metal just clatters around him.
Okay.
Can we wake him up, please? I'd really like to know what the is going on.
I guess I can try. Hopefully it doesn't.
I have a medical kit if you prefer. Gibbs.
I
can
what
use
is
inspect his face.
powers of some sort?
You do that.
This is really new for me. This.
Perhaps you could assist me.
He's like pointing at his hair right now. It's just.
Why don't you assist as I investigate his face?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll give it a lot of heart.
It's fine. You can just hold the scalpel.
I don't think that's how my thing works. I get the strong feeling that's not how my thing works.
And I'll just go over. I'll just check over Rolf's like face where he got shot in the face.
Yeah. His body's a little messed up. His face is definitely not doing so hot. It's got the residual burn marks, very similar to your hands. Not an actual hole in his face, but it definitely it is.
This.
I did feel like I had to shoot him.
I think this may be something that I may, if I can get my power to work again. I think this might be something that might require me. I don't know if a scalpel and some bandages are going to help.
Yeah, if not, we should call an ambulance because I did just shoot a demon man thing.
And I guess you will walk over his hair still sort of flowering and try to mend the flesh of Rolf.
Okay.
I guess.
Change the game.
Yeah. Yeah, since this is something he knows he can do now, he's just not sure. Okay, so his healing flowers +1. Again, sheer determination. I don't. Am I still euphoric?
I
I did get thanked by Jack.
That's true. Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's give you that.
Okay. I'll make that total of, and then still in a slightly uncontrolled state, so +3. Okay. Hey, that's a 9.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
On a 9, you can choose.
Could I assist to you and give him a +1 with my anatomical knowledge? Show him how things should be?
Sure. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. We'll add one more. So you can choose 2 things. You can give or reduce a status. In this case, you'd probably want to reduce a status, given he was shot to the face. You can scale up the effect, prolong it, hide the effect, or other improvements. And you have 2 juice for this. I'm sorry, 3 juice for this. Right? No. 4 juice for this.
Okay. Yeah, so what I'm gonna reduce the hole in his face status. I'm gonna reduce the he's beat to shit
My bad.
status. And I mean I'm gonna try to reduce that status as far as I can.
Yeah, you can get rid of it.
Okay.
He's currently also, don't forget, unconscious.
Yeah.
So if you want to wake him, that might be something you could do if you like.
Let's spend a juice to wake him up.
You need 2 juice to wake him up because you guys hit him pretty hard.
Okay. So 2 juice to wake
that
him up
leaves
and
you-
then 2 juice to heal him.
Okay,
I guess.
perfect. Yep. So you used all your
So he's not
juice.
dying.
No, he's not. He wasn't dying necessarily. You guys just got kind of okay.
Carried away.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So he kind of takes a moment as you see like what does it look like when you're doing this kind of physical healing? Because you did something different with Jag. So what does it look like now?
I think it like with physical healing, I think it looks like his it's almost as if like little his flesh is re-knitting together, but it doesn't look like flesh initially. I think it initially looks like a root system sort of re-knitting the area of his flesh, and then it sort of grows into normal flesh.
Okay.
And like the and sort of re-knitting the burn areas, and yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, as you guys all see this happening, Rolf kind of comes to as he opens his eyes and kind of just like looks around quite confused.
Hey.
Are you okay, Rolf, Mr. Rolf?
What happened?
I think you lost control of being Jack Fantastic.
Whoa.
I think he was just a little too fantastic.
I'm very sorry if I hurt you. Did I hurt anybody?
You made me vomit up snakes.
Oh. That
He's
doesn't
better
sound very good.
now. We had to hurt you a little bit to get you to stop. But I took care of it. You're a little bit better. Like I took care of it.
Right. So what exactly happened?
Remember that really big demon in my vision thing? He
Yeah.
turned into that and tried to kill us.
Oh, that's a first. All right. Sorry about that.
Am I a demon?
No, I don't think that was you. I think that was there's something haunting you, like, just, as a fair warning. Like,
What does that mean?
well, whatever it is that you have within you is being followed or hunted by that thing, I think, based on these strange feelings that I have. I feel like I hate you for some reason, but I don't, but I do. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, when I went to, what's the name of the bar?
The tavern?
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about the one down the rabbit hole?
Yeah. What's it called?
The tavern.
Okay. When I went to the tavern, I was an old man, like in kind of old clothing, I think.
Yeah. All right.
Does that help at all?
Well, I suppose that this old man that you speak of is somehow connected to this demon, which is technically, if you're the old man, then this demon is going after you, or the old man within you. I'm not real sure how it works. It's just perhaps we might not do that again. It was a very overwhelming feeling, and then I blacked out and woke up like this.
So you don't know what I am?
Yeah, pretty much.
Except
I know
for
that demon wants to
trying to
kill
kill
you,
me.
though, so I hope that helps.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Nothing to worry about, I guess.
Right. Just put that on a list of people who want us dead.
I mean, at least you're not the demon. You kind of look
That is
at
true.
it that way.
Again.
Then I'd have to kill you, or your friends would.
You didn't see that thing.
No, I suppose. Well, I mean, I kind of saw it when you were doing the vision thing. But yeah, I feel like I need to really think about what happened. Maybe I could remember something. I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
maybe we take a
yeah.
rain check on the whole you turning into Hopper thing. You know, just in case that goes.
I mean, the Hopper thing is alright because she's not physically present, so it's just off memory. Having the way that things work for me is like I absorb the memories and powers temporarily of whoever I'm mimicking. In this case, it's from memory of what she looks like. So like how I do my documentation and aliases, so to speak, is a person I never really need to have them physically present when I'm doing the work, because I can just turn into them, and I do headshot, okay, passport photo, whatever, and then I can apply it and upload it because I look like them, so they don't never know.
None of
You
this
understand?
is making. No, not at all. But if you're saying
So
that,
I could just turn into you right now,
no,
even though
no, let's not do
okay.
that. No. If you're saying it'll be fine, I guess we have to trust you.
I think the Hopper plan is probably our best bet right now. Barring doing anything illegal.
Does anyone need
Which we totally wouldn't do.
No one needs to take a break or anything.
What if he turned into Hopper? Hopper was a drug supplier, went around the club supplying drugs, got sort of maybe not directly in front of people, or in front of the people who would want her dead, but around people who would be around the people that would hear about Hopper being alive and want her dead. keep it sort of questionable whether it was really her or not, enough that they have to find out.
We could try.
And then we keep an eye on Rolf here as Hopper. We should probably wait a little bit, though, let you recover first. I mean, you took a really bad beating.
What I'm thinking as well.
Yeah. We could resume tomorrow, perhaps, or maybe later today.
Probably tomorrow. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. You looked real bad at the end of that. You're much better now. I took care of it, but
Well, thank you for that.
I mean, grateful for your help and prefer not for you to be dead.
Yeah, I don't know if I helped that much, but you're welcome. Yeah, I don't know if I ever want to be a demon again. That's not great.
Yeah, let's avoid that, maybe.
So much rage inside. Like, I just kind of want to, like, take your head off, Jack. I'm sorry. I've just, it's like this strange residual feeling. It might take me some time to shake it off.
Yeah, no, I got that impression from
Yeah.
Determined.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's about it.
Hey, do you have like a phone number or something that we can contact you at just to make sure that like we get all the deets tomorrow straight?
You can always leave a message on my phone at my work, but I don't have a personal phone that I use.
Oh God, what is it with all these people without cell phones?
No, you don't understand. Like they can track you, so I just don't carry.
It's the 21st century, dang it.
Yeah,
Rolf.
I don't.
Rolf, here's my cards. If you figure anything out, can you let me know?
Okay. I'm not gonna call you though. I'm just letting you know right now.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. It's a nice business card.
Thank you.
Well, I'll leave you to it. I'm gonna go now. You know the way out, so I'll just leave you if you'd like that. Great. All right. Yeah, don't go going around telling anybody about, what happened here. I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think they'd believe us.
You need not be.
You'd be. I mean, like, don't tell Cammy at the tavern and like that the whole thing there. So if you don't mind, just keeping it between us, that'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Great. Have a good evening.
Yes, we take the confidentiality of our investigation most seriously. Isn't that right, Officer Gibbs?
Very.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, have yourselves a good night, then. I'll speak with you soon. So he goes to his car and takes off. And you guys are left here in the warehouse with strange vines of blossoms on the ground.
Jack, do you want to get a drink?
Yeah. Like 3.
Perhaps alcohol is not the best idea.
Yeah, I think so
maybe
too.
substances that enable you to keep control of your body and emotions.
Like a spoon.
No, I mean, I've seen Jack get high and drunk off of other people twice, and he's only turned into an old man.
Wait, I turned into an old man?
I trust Jack.
Wait, I turned into an old man when I got people high?
No, I'm just talking about like we got you high and drunk, and then we went into the tunnel, and you turned into an old man.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Yeah. No, when you're on the floor, you look like you. I think. I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't stay last night, so I don't know what you look like after we left or I left. But I trust Jack. Like Rolf said, the demon isn't him.
Yeah.
It's just chasing me.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem that way. Perhaps you should visit a psychiatrist. I can give you the card for mine if you would like.
Oh God, you're poor psychiatrist.
How does that? How would that help exactly if I'm being pursued by a demon?
Well, usually they take you into therapy for a few days, teach you some good habits, and when you've made some positive improvements, they turn you back out to your normal life. Perhaps this running from a demon is a habit you can avoid.
I'll think about it. Does anyone have any better advice, maybe? Any thoughts?
Let's get
I
it.
I wouldn't think about it for a while.
I could just give you a smoothie.
Try not to have any demony thoughts.
I'm not
Or
a
that.
demon. Regardless
No,
of the demon snakes that I may have vomited out earlier.
I'm gonna ask Jack. Do you have a drinking problem?
Yeah, I'm not drinking at the moment, that's the problem.
Okay, Jack may have a drinking problem, guys.
I've been out to the club 3 times now, and I haven't had a single drop of alcohol. But after you vomit demon snakes, you suddenly feel the need to maybe have a drink.
No,
Shot
I
something,
agree.
maybe.
He's got a
I
dependency.
agree. One drink.
Jack,
One
your
drink.
first drink is going to hurt you severely. You've got lots of lacerations and cuts lining all the way up your throat. That first shot of alcohol is going to sting tremendously.
If we set off now, I'm sure it will have healed by the time we get there.
Yeah, don't you
Oh,
like
yes.
heal real fast or something?
Yeah.
Is that why Shaw keeps wanting to dissect you?
Well, I stopped bleeding,
Mhm.
so that's good.
In all the excitement, I almost forgot.
Yeah. I would have taken care of the lacerations for you too, but I felt like the vomiting of snakes and you like pissing your pants were probably, higher importance.
I didn't piss much. I didn't.
It's okay. It's okay. That was
scary.
terrifying. It
Yeah,
was really
You vomit snakes and see how you do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I certainly would not want to vomit snakes.
No, yeah. Hard
And
pass.
then we had the
Like,
demon on top of that.
slimes
Like anyone would have done it, Jack. So how about that drink? Let's get a drink. One
Well,
drink.
I'd like
to
to
calm
come
the
home
nerves.
and change my trousers, maybe.
I can't.
Sounds like a plan. Meet up for that drink then?
Sure, yeah.
Mhm.
Visit the house of Jack Fantastic.
Sure, yeah.
It's not much.
You can oil up.
Gibbs.
Yeah, I'm not going back there. Just so you know. What happened?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess she will let you go with Jack.
Okay.
Make sure he's
What is
doing
everyone
okay.
else doing?
I'm feeling exhausted. So I'm just gonna walk home by myself.
Okay. Sounds good. What about Shaw?
Are we walking the same way, Lena?
Are we? Where's your house?
It's desperate not to be. Oh God, shit, are we?
You remember when we went to Hopper's place? I live near there.
Yeah, I kind of have to pass by there. So sure. Then I look at everybody like, all right. And I just walk,
I'll come
just
too.
like walk
I'm
out.
going that way as well.
Oh my God.
So like, if no one else was going to be like, don't worry, I'll get her home safely.
No, it's okay. I'll come as well. Just to, so you can look after me as well.
No problem. Were you injured, Gibbs?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
That's a hell of a shot you've got there. He just holds up his hands a little bit.
Damn straight.
Not quite straight, but yes, a hell of a shot.
You keep that in mind, Doc.
Indeed. I most certainly shall.
All right. So everyone is so Shiyu and Jack are going back to Jack's place. And Shaw, Lena, and Russell. You guys all make it to Lena's home. I will let you kind of take it from here if you want to do anything while you guys are dropping her off or anything like that.
What time is it?
It's probably late afternoon at this point. That whole bit with the demon took quite a bit of time, and you guys had met up, I think, like right around lunch earlier that day. So maybe like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Just before the.
Big
evening.
Jack didn't show up till like 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, this is my stop. Thanks for taking care of me. I'm gonna go now.
Yes, it's a nice neighborhood, Lena.
Yeah, it's pretty calm.
Must make you feel safe at night.
I like question that. Like,
Yeah, there's a guard on the door at all times.
No,
Yeah.
I do not live in such a nice area. I envy you.
well, I'm sure you could live in a nice place as well. I mean, don't surgeons make a lot of money or something? When he does that, I feel so uncomfortable. Just like, sorry if that came off rude. It's just, I'm really good at saving money, and okay, well, I have to go. And I just like start walking.
Good night.
Bye. Staying with. Sure.
Okay.
Oh, Doc, I forgot something. I think Lena has it. I'm gonna run up after her and go to like the her and where the guy on the door will be, and like the guy on the door. I'm like, you see that guy behind me? Don't look too obviously. just right over my shoulder.
Yep.
Yeah, you look out for that guy. He's fucking creepy.
Will do, sir.
Okay. Anyway, see you later, Lena.
Anything else?
That's all.
Okay.
And then there were 2, Officer Gibbs.
Yeah, I gotta walk back to my place.
Yes. I'm walking back to mine. That way.
I'm going that way. That way.
Well,
The opposite direction.
have a pleasant evening. Try not to have any nightmares about what happened earlier.
Thanks.
Tense situation.
Glad that's all over.
Yes, me too.
Hate for any more tense situations, huh?
Aren't they just the worst? Well,
Be
good
seeing
night.
you, Doc.
All right. So Gibbs, you all. So you go off in your direction. Shaw, you're walking down. You pass by an alleyway and get a faint feeling of someone's there. And as you walk by, a figure emerges behind you and starts to walk along with your pace. And it speeds up. And the thing or whatever it is bumps like your shoulder. and hands you an envelope and then walks away. That's where we're going to end the episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, damn.
Well, damn.
Wow.
That was it. That's it, guys.
There you
That's
go.
the episode for today.
That got
That was
intense
really nice.
real fast.
Yeah. Fuck, well, my
Yeah.
friend, that's
Combat.
where we're at tonight's episode of the City of Mist, the Larkspur sequence. Check out City of Mist at cityofmist.co on their website, and check out the core rulebook, check out the starter sets, the maps, the additional little cards that you can get for the game as well. It's awesome, super tense, super filled with intrigue. If you want to change your pace from D&D, City of Mist is definitely the way to go, especially if you like something in a bit of a modern setting as well. So it's really a nice breath of fresh air, despite all of the vomiting. The air has been fresh. So another thank you to our sponsors, City of Mist. There is the link for you guys. And of course to Fantasy Grounds and to Wayland Games for sponsoring the show. We'll be back in a few minutes' time for our next game, which is the Trials of Baal, where you guys can join in and play D&D with us. So stick with us here on Encounter Roleplay for that. But let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? And where can we find you guys online? Metamancer, amazing job tonight as always. What did you think?
Thank you. I'm so excited that we finally got to do combat, because combat in this game is super intense. It is very much different from other combat systems. And we rolled so many times this episode. It's crazy. Like, not just the combat, but in general, we rolled so much, which is really fun. It gives us really good vantage points and opportunities to do things and that are a little bit more driven by luck, so to speak. I thought the episode was really fun, and I enjoyed all of the bits and pieces that we got. I'm doing my best to bring in everybody's backstories, and so I think this was a good light being shed on whatever the hell is happening with Jack. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, so you guys can find me on my own channel, Metamancer, on Twitch. I do tons of not just tabletop roleplay, but roleplay in general, 5 days a week. So yeah, just follow me on Twitter or on Twitch to get notified, because I also run on other shows, and then I run my own campaign on Sundays. So other than that, that's pretty much it. Just lots of tabletop roleplay all the time.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Metamancer. Let's go around in reverse order. So, Scraticus.
Oh, hi! That was so much fun! I love this game. Yeah, like, I'm trying to decide where my favorite moment was in that, and it was either doing all the cool shit in combat or that really, really tense conversation at the end. That was all the good feels. I'm Scraticus. You can find me on here on Twitch. I'll say hello. There I am. I play D&D most days of the week, with all sorts of variety casts. We've got all sorts of things coming up. We've just released a new season of Wizards and Wardrobes on Tuesdays, and our next big Academy stream is going to be on the 7th of July, when we're going to do 24 hours this time. And we still have about 6 spaces left for players. So that's me. I'll put my links in chat.
Thanks, Scrat. And Sheepdog.
Hey guys, I'm Sheepdog, Sheepdog Gaming on YouTube. I release multiple videos a day, and I roll really well. Like, no jokes. After I failed my rolls repeatedly, I rolled in the chat and got a 1. So, you know, that's an indication of my luck apparently with dice. I loved this episode because we got to see some of the details of Jack and his mythos and what's going on with him. I hated it because I spent most of the time looking really lame, vomiting up snakes. Thank you, Meta, for that. No, it was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Thank chat.
Yeah, you can blame chat for that one.
Yeah, that roll didn't help you out either of the ones. So yeah, so combination. Great stuff. Tommy.
That was, oh man, that was great. It was great to be able to experience combat in that. Oh god, real intense, real quick there. And I loved all the interactions. I love that Chiu got to grow a little bit this session. And he got to look real cool. He got to look real awesome today. He did real well, and I'm proud of him. But yeah, I am Imperator Pengu on Twitter. You can follow me there and find out about the games I stream, any D&D or tabletop RPG related things I'm doing. I am also a cast member on the Undersiders podcast, a 5e D&D actual play podcast. And I'll post links in the chat for those.
Great stuff. Thank you, Tommy. And Anna.
Hello, I'm Anna. I had a great time today. I'm stoked that we got to do some fighting, which was cool. And I just didn't know how it went, but you know, we're learning. We're all learning. And also, Scrat, you're so freaking creepy. And I love your character so much. And the way that you played him. Just good loud. But yeah, definitely the end at that when just the whole shifting, I'm like, Lena is shook. But anyway, you can find me online places, on Twitch as Cyborg Pizza, or on Twitter or Instagram as Annaby Photo.
Awesome.
That's it. Oh wait,
stuff.
sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Never mind. Nope.
Oh, okay. Thought about it, but it's okay. Great stuff. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We're going to head into our next game, The Trials of Baal, in just a few minutes' time here, so stick with us here on Encounter Roleplay again. Check out the City of Mist. It is so much fun. And, of course, if you've missed any episode of the Larkspur sequence, go back on YouTube and check it out. You can go and find all of the episodes in a nice little playlist there, so you can go catch up on the misadventures of our party. On the break, we're going to be playing some City of Mist how to play videos, actually. So stick around for that if you want to learn a little bit more. You can do. Until next time, though, my friends, try not to roll too many nat ones. We want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye.